Welcome back to News Geelong here on this Wednesday evening as we turn our focus to the pulsating world of Geelong sport with the flying hawk himself, Nathan Currie.
Cheers, Rollo. Let's get into another night of sport, and we'll start first up with horse racing as John Dunn brings us all the highlights of Geelong's last race meeting on Friday.
Last Friday it was Cotton On Group Race Day at Geelong Racecourse, and more than 350 of the Cotton On staff enjoyed a great day at the races. And in the opening event, the connections of the high-priced filly Platinum Passion, she cost $1.3 million as yearling last year. She started to repay some of that money when she scored a big win in the opening event.
And glancing now going to Platinum Passion, a good fight as they come down to the final 100. Platinum Passion is fighting and may have just got there, I'd say, by a nose.
The Darren Weir-trained mare Athenian Girl scored a good win in the second event. She got the wobbles halfway down the straight, but once she got clear, she charged to the line for a big win.
And Serembri starts to come on from Paracel, and Athenian Girl's the fresh one starting to really motor now. It's Serembri going to the front, but Athenian Girl's got them all covered. In one fell swoop goes whoosh, Athenian Girl home. Scores by a length, Serembri Kukla.
Race number 4, and the big money came for the Danny O'Brien trained 3-year-old Social Drinker in the Cotton On Foundation Flyer Maiden Plate. And it was a good win by the 3-year-old, and he gave the Bowen Heads based O'Brien the first leg of a good winning double at Geelong.
Hall now goes for Social Drinker, quickly takes it to the 2-year-old Sink or Swim, then Venom who's coming on, but it's Social Drinker with a kick and Social Drinker's come away. Venom will grab second, Sink or Swim third, Meander Valley fourth, so Paragon...
And to cap off the day, some joy for those perilous Collingwood supporters when the Gallop of the Woodsman scored a big win in race number 7.
Fancy Pants needs to find soon the Woodsman, and then came Alzat down the centre, and Little Miss Voodoo's getting up in behind. Plenty of chances here. Quickly the Woodsman sprinted to the front. The Woodsman kicked clear to win. The Woodsman first.
And that's the wrap-up of racing from the Cotton On Group Race Day here at Geelong last Friday. Next meeting is Thursday, June 10, and we look forward to seeing you all out here at the Breakwater Course.
John Dunn there. Moving into the Geelong and District Football League now, where News Geelong's Cal Lowther saw the grand final rematch between Bellpost Hill and East Geelong, and he caught up with Bellpost Hill coach Brent Gurgic after his side's big win.
Brent, obviously a great performance today. Did you expect that to sort of come out from your team?
I think over the last few weeks I don't know what to expect. I suppose we've been sort of up and down, and mainly down, but I knew that our players on paper that once we click, we'll be playing some good football, and I think today we clicked.
With Chris Morland back in the side, he obviously had a massive impact. Do you look at your midfield now and say, wow, we've really got an opportunity to match it with the very, very best? Yeah,
I think our midfield's as good as anyone's been before Chris played, and obviously that's a massive bonus for us. It's a massive bonus for any team, probably a bonus for a GFL team as well. So. And Chris is a Bellpost Hill boy, and he's a mate with everyone here. And like today, before the game, I told him you just have to have a bit of an impact and do some tackling and chasing, that sort of thing, and not worry about being best on ground. But probably, I'd say, it was pretty close to being best on ground anyway.
Yeah. Did you sort of have a look at the east side and think, well, if our midfield sort of gets on top, then you sort of realise that their accountability might not be that high, and you just thought you could run off them coming into the first and second quarter?
No, I wouldn't say that. We really worked out who they had and some matchups. Probably we had 8 or 10 matchups that weren't actually tags, but guys actually knew who they were playing on at all times. And I think we sort of got away from that a bit in the last few weeks. And guys didn't know who they were playing on. They were just kick chasing. It's good today. Playing against a good side, and actually for our good players to play on good players as well. And that's what I said before the game. If our good players can't beat the opposition good players, then there's no point trying to play finals or win a grand final anyway.
Yeah. And when the ball's coming down so quickly, Matt Jovanovic is obviously going to be very, very dominant.
Yeah, I said to him before the game, I said to the group before the game that I reckon he's been probably our best player without kicking big bags of goals, but his actual chasing and tackling and pressuring the forward line for a big bloke's sensational. And I sort of revved him up today and said, look, it's due for a bit of a bag, so I think he kicked a few today. I'm not actually sure how many he kicked.
And it was obviously a pre-match decision to put yourself on scrub. Turned out to work out all right?
Yeah, I think he's got a few injuries at the moment, so probably doesn't help in that situation, but we really don't have anyone else to play on him, I suppose, so it was pretty much me or no one else, so unfortunately I have to go back and play on the big fella.
Thanks very much, Brent.
No worries. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Cal. Moving into the Geelong Football League finally, and News Geelong had all the action covered at Eldersley Reserve to see home side Newtown and Chilwell go down to South Barwon. After being level with the reigning premiers at three-quarter time, the Eagles could not keep up in the end, scoring only 1 point in the final term, going down 8-6-54 to 10-18-78. But the big story of the GFL was Grovedale's first win of the season, as they came from 22 points down at three-quarter time to upset St Joey's by 9 points. Other winners for the weekend were St Albans, Lara, St Mary's and Bell Park, who are now on top of the GFL ladder. That's it for sport tonight. I'll see you all on Friday, but until then, it's back to you, Rollo.
Thank you, Nathan Currie. See you on Friday evening with your weekend Geelong sports update. Now, yesterday was the official beginning of winter for this year, 2010, and the cold conditions are certainly around of a morning and an evening, as we are joined by our very own sparkling Larni Salathiel with the latest weather from Geelong. Good evening, Larni.
Good evening, Graham, and I can say I'm not too sparkling these mornings that we're having. They're absolutely freezing, and there is a lot of fog around, and there's going to be some more foggy mornings this week. So taking a look at the next 5 days, starting with tomorrow, we've got some morning cloud, patchy morning fog in Geelong with some light winds, a maximum of 17. For Friday, partly cloudy day with some patchy morning fog also. Be careful driving to work. For those of you driving on Friday, some isolated showers during the evening as well, with some light winds in Geelong, a maximum of 17. For the weekend, Saturday, cloudy with some isolated showers in and around Geelong. Sorry for all you people playing sport on Saturday, only a top of 16. And for Sunday, a cloudy day again with a maximum of 16. For the start of next week, Monday, a partly cloudy day with a maximum of 16 also. And today we had some morning cloud, some patchy morning fog this morning as well, with some light winds in Geelong. We had a minimum of just 5 and a maximum of 17 today. And that's the weather until Friday with the next update, Graham.
Thank you, Larni. Yes, looks like we could be in for another winter's day of football on Saturday. And thank you for being with us on News Geelong for this Wednesday evening. We look forward to your company again on Friday evening, same time, same place. Remember, to all the TPIs, take your time and smell the flowers. From all the team here at News Geelong, a very good night.